Ain't no seeing green, but I'm seeing green. Even with them floor seats, they couldn't see the team.
Yeah, we're definitely still seeing some green as we pick all that beautiful Bush Terminal turf out of our socks and shoes from this weekend. But anywho, welcome everybody. Here we are back again for another edition of the Monday Kickoff podcast, brought to you by our partner, City League Coffee. What a weekend it was. Beautiful weather both days. So much to talk about. Like I mentioned in our preview, we had 30 matches across the club. So let's get right into things here on a beautiful Monday morning where it really feels like fall's finally hit us with a crisp, cool air, which I personally like. I hope you guys do too as well. We've got both our youth directors and men's head coach, Coach Jorge, and youth DOC Madison with us to give us more recaps across the club as well. But first, it was a quiet weekend in pro soccer in this region, so not too much to talk about. NYCFC has their playoff match on the 28th. MLS, not to pick on them, but they have such a silly format for many things. So they have an entire round of playoffs played where everybody's playing on different days, which makes no sense, I guess, to the competitive side of my brain. Probably you guys too. But anyway, NYCFC is going to be playing on Tuesday, 28th. And then Gotham, NWSL, which is a little more logical setup on the women's side, has the New York, New Jersey Gotham game on November 2nd. It's also New York City Marathon Day, but they'll be playing North Carolina Courage. So, but yeah, otherwise not much happening this past weekend locally. However, something unique that was happening this weekend, which most of you probably are familiar with, is the Queens League in Mexico. So one of our BCFC coaches is actually former still current and former pro player, Vero Perez. She has tons of caps with the Mexican women's national team as well. And Vero has left New York to go back down to play in the Mexican Queens League. I don't have time to explain it. It's really, you have to see it in person. It's kind of like 7v7, but it's a totally unique approach to a soccer competition. So if you know the one in Spain with the Kings League that was started with PK, it's similar to that. But anyway, go onto YouTube, Google it. But Vero had a really great opening weekend for the entire league and her team. It's called Peluche Caligari. Excuse my horrible accent. But Vero scored the first goal in the first minute of that match for her team, and they went on to win and advance to the next round. So big shout out to Vero. We did put a little clip up on our social media. You want to check it out. But we're excited to see what Vero and her team can do, and of course welcome her back to Brooklyn once the Queens League wraps up. So just to transition into BCFC action this weekend, I'm going to start by handing it off to Coach Jorge, who's going to discuss some of the teams that he coached on the youth side as well as the men's side. Take it away, Jorge.
Thank you, Jesse. As you can see, we're back in the office. Just finished the B11 game, 6 p.m. kickoff on a Sunday night, finished around 8 o'clock. But an eventful weekend, to say the least, beginning on Saturday with our youth side of the club. I'm currently coaching right now. Our B15 asphalt went down to Coney Island. The one difference that we had is just our tactical understanding of the game, where the ball should be moved, how to play, how to build up under pressure, how to build up under pressure and breaking to the next line, how to build up under pressure and being a bit more direct to find some goals. So every game to me is a lesson to be learned, and I think the boys were able to adapt. But to say the least, they were able to play, maintain possession, follow our philosophy. Great game, 3-2 win. We also had our B11s, 11v11 structure. Unfortunately, 2-1 loss. They weren't able to, find that cohesiveness, that chemistry. But they did just finish playing right now, as I mentioned, and it was a completely different game today. A few players and pieces moved around, tactical, adaptation that I thought could help us out, and luckily it did. But more importantly, the players are the ones that adapted to it. They made things happen. 4-1 win for our Bridge Academy 11. Move on to earlier in this morning, our second team out in Flushing Meadows against the NYPD, or New York's finest. 0-0 tie, drew. We're able to get 1 point. I think we could have we could have gotten the result, but a couple of mistakes in finishing. Weren't able to secure the goal in the back of the net. Following that is our men's first team, and we totally obliterated the opponent, a 7-0 win. But it's in the manner in which we did it. And I think this stems from the men's all the way to the youth, and it's slowly tying together. It's in the manner and how we get results. What's happening now is we're starting to adapt to creating and conditioning the opponent to us playing small, short-sighted. Now it's exposing longer passes, not long ball, that now we're able to add something more to our arsenal. Other than that, great weekend, eventful weekend. Back to you, Jesse.
All right, great. Thanks, Jorge. Good stuff out in Flushing Meadow Park for the first and second men's team. I'll touch on the rest of the recaps on the adult side. So the BCFC 3 men's team had a tough morning up in Travers Island, which is not easy to get to, but nonetheless had a tough match against New York Athletic Club, second team. And then the women's team had a home match at Bush Terminal Park. Fortunately, very tough day for them, just not their day. And in addition, we've kind of been battling some sickness going around the team, as well as a number of injuries. We had our second player of the season go down with an ACL tear, which is horrible. I really hate to see this, and hope that rehab goes well for Shyla. But the women will get a much-needed week off next weekend, and we'll be back with their second round State Cup game on the 9th, which we hope to see you guys out at. On the youth side, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Maddie, who's going to touch on more of our youth action across the club this weekend.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday. We had a busy weekend with youth matches, but a lot of positive results, as well as teams that are slowly starting to settle into our style of play. So it's been really great to see. Overall, for our BCFC local ages, so our teams from U7 to U10, we found a lot of success there. Big shout out to our B17 South boys. They started the game down 1-0 and then fought to come back for a very exciting game against Future Stars to make it 4-4. So what we've heard, that was fun to watch. So shout out to them. And then our U14 and older group, so our Bridge Academy and our Asphalt levels, we had some really great performances across the board there. Our G12-13s yet again got their second win of the season against FC Copa. We had our B12 Bridge Academy with a busy weekend. They got 2 big wins over the weekend, with our biggest shout out of being Sunday in a 3-2 Tri-State Cup match. Very competitive match and really good result for that team. And then lastly, we have all of our high school teams out finally. So it's been really great to see. We had our G10s get a big win against BW Gachi. They won 2-1. And then our B11 Bridge Academy won 4-1. So a lot of success there. G11s fell short this weekend, 2-1, and our B10s also fell short, 4-2. But overall, it's great to see all of our ages and all of our teams out from U7 to U18. So looking forward to the next few weeks and seeing how all these teams settle in. But overall, we continue to develop and focus on our style of play and what we want out of the group. So that's all we got.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Maddie. So looking at the week ahead, back into full week of training. We've got Halloween on Friday. Happy Halloween, everyone. We'll still have a Halloween edition of the weekend preview for you. We've got Marathon Weekend this coming up weekend. It's always fun in the city. We have a special event we're attending this Wednesday with some of our staff. I'm going to leave out the details until after the event, and happy and excited to share a couple related things with you there. And other than that, we will see you on Friday with the preview of the upcoming weekend. Have a great week, everybody.